the operation on vector, we have three operations. The first one is vector addition. Then we have a vector subtraction, and we also have a multiplication of vector by a scalar. Okay, so first we see the vector addition first. So we have two types of vector addition. The first one is triangular law, and the second one is a parallelogram law. Okay, so if you place the initial point of B on the terminal point of A, then join the initial point of A to the terminal point of B is the addition of the two vector. Okay, what is the meaning of that? Let's say we have two vector. Okay, so we have vector A here. This one is a vector A. Okay, so we join the initial point of B on the terminal point of A. So this one is the initial point of A. This one is initial point of A, terminal point of A. Then we join initial point of B at the terminal point of A. So this one is the vector B. Okay, so this is called as vector A plus with vector B. Okay, this line is called a vector A plus a vector B. If you can see, okay, this line is a combination of vector A and vector B. It's connected the vector A and vector B. Okay, it's connect the initial point of vector A with the terminal point of vector B. So this one is the vector A plus with vector B. Okay, otherwise, if we have like this, okay, if we have like this, the vector A here, but the vector B is here. Okay, how can we find the vector A plus B? Okay, because it must be the straight direction. Like this one is a straight direction from here to here to here, the direction. Okay, but then this one is the opposite direction. This one is go to the right, but this one is go to the this one is go to ups. Okay, and this one go to the right. Okay, so how come we find the addition of two vectors is by drawing a parallelogram, where this one is B, so we have another B here because it must be the same direction with the same magnitude. So this one is the equal vector, which is B. Okay, so we have from here to here as the vector A plus vector B. Okay, we cannot connect these two because it has the different direction. Okay, but we can connect this one to this one to this one because this one is the same direction. Then the one that connect them both is a addition vector, A plus B. Okay, next is vector subtraction. So we see these two vector. Let's say we have vector A here. This one is vector A. And we have vector B here. This one is vector B. Okay, so how can we connect both of these vector? Okay, let's say we want to connect these two vectors. So we draw a vector line here. Okay, so how can we connect these two vector sedangkan direction B ini ke sini, ke kanan? Untuk kita connect these two vector, direction B mestilah ke kiri dan naik ke atas. So we can connect both with this one, which is vector A plus vector B. Okay, but untuk condition kita ni disebabkan vector B ke kanan, so macam mana kita nak jadikan this one connect to both vectors? Kita kena tukar direction vector B. So daripada ke kanan, kita tukar dia daripada ke kiri. So bila vector B bertukar direction ataupun opposite direction, is no more vector B here, but is vector negative B. Okay, so daripada direction ke kanan, sekarang kita dah tukar directionnya ke kiri. naik ke atas vector A. So the one that connect them both is actually the vector A plus with negative vector B. That's why it become the vector A minus vector B, because we need to change the direction of vector B here so that we can connect both of the vector. Okay, so it become the subtraction of the vector. Okay, saya bagi contoh lagi satu. Katakanlah kita ada vector A, okay, and we have vector B. Okay, so we have one vector that connect both of them together. Okay, we have one vector that connect both of them together. So what is the vector that connect both of them together is the vector here. Okay, from this to this. Okay, but then the condition must be, the direction must be at the one direction, here to here, then here to here, then we can connect this one. Okay, but now if you see, the direction of A is here, so we cannot use this one to connect our vector, but we can change the direction of A. So when we change the direction of A from here to here, what happened to A is it will become the negative vector. Okay, so now we have changed. Okay, so we can connect this vector and this vector. So this connection of vector, we call this as a vector A, negative vector A plus with vector B, or it can be the vector B minus with vector A. So this one is the subtraction of vector. Okay, and then we have one more, which is a multiplication of vector by scalar. So you can multiply your vector by any scalar. Okay, for example, if you have a vector A here, if you multiply your vector A with the scalar half, means that the length of the vector A will be half of the original one. Okay, half of the vector A. So the length of the vector A will be half from the original vector. Okay, if you multiply your vector with the negative value, it will change the direction. Okay, the direction is the same if K is greater than 0, means that your scalar is positive. But if your scalar is negative, you will change the direction. For example, if you have a vector A here, okay, then you times it with the scalar negative half A. So what will happen to your vector is half of the magnitude from the original A, and the direction is changing to the opposite direction because the scalar now is the negative value. Okay, for example, if we have vector B, okay, this one is vector B. What is vector 2B? It will be the vector B with the same direction, but the magnitude is 2 times the original B. So it will be like this, 2B. The direction is still the same. But how about negative 2B? Okay, the magnitude, the size or the length, panjang dia akan jadi double. Sebabnya ni satu, sampai sekarang kita ada 2. So panjang dia akan jadi double, tapi disebabkan skala kita ni adalah negatif, so dia mengubah dia punya direction. This one is the vector of negative 2B. Okay, so awak kena tahu, kita boleh darab kita punya vektor dengan apa-apa skala. Okay, kalau skala tu positif, dia akan mempunyai direction yang sama. Tapi kalau skala kita negatif, less than 0, kita akan mengubah direction kita punya vektor kepada opposite direction. Okay, so that one is the multiplication of vector by scalar.